Hey folks, and welcome back to Solarcabin channel. This is part 2 of my video on how to self-publish your own ebooks and books. And in this video I'm going to discuss multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income is very important because it gives you an opportunity to use your books or ebooks to generate other income from other sources that in case, like in my books cases, some of my ebooks may not sell that many copies of the ebook, but it makes up for the extra income off of other sources of streams that are promoted by the ebook itself. And they all work together to promote each other. So the other sources also promote the ebook. So it increases sales, and it's a way of taking advantage of marketing in a way that you can increase the amount of income tremendously over what you can get from just selling a book or an ebook by itself, which generally gets forgotten quite quickly. You need a way to keep your books and your material fresh in people's minds, and so they're showing up on other websites. And this multiple streams of marketing of income is the way that you do that in order to promote your ebooks and books, but also increase the streams of income from each. Now, this I start with is, as I said in my first video, which I hope you will go watch, part 1 of this series on publishing your own books and ebooks. This is the ebook and book that I'm working on right now. Title is Modern Thoreau. I already go through a discussion of how I set this up. The program that I'm using is Microsoft Word 7. And I go through my ebooks, but you'll notice that I also include, and I will include more, links and things in my books. And I include even product links. At the end of my book, I will include product links, and I will include video links, and I will include links throughout to other projects and things that I think people might be interested in. If they're interested in this project, they might be interested in another cabin plan, or maybe they're interested in solar panels, or maybe they're interested in other appliances and things to go in their off-grid houses. And so I use my ebooks as a way to also market other things. Now, you don't want to go overboard with it. You don't want to turn your ebook into nothing but one big advertisement. You got to give it lots and lots of solid information. The other stuff, the external advertising and marketing, you need to be subtle. You don't want to put it right in their face. I want you to buy this other book or something like that. You know, understand that people don't like that sort of advertising. They don't like it in your face. Don't be a used car salesman. Don't be too much direct in what you're trying to do. But do offer them the links, do offer them, and make sure that it is something that they would actually be interested in, that would actually help them in whatever it is that you're doing. Now, like I said, mine is focused on off-grid living and small houses and stuff like that. Your niche may be something completely different. And so you'll have to decide what products and what services or what videos would be to go along with whatever subject matter that yours is for your link. So this is my ebook, and that's how I use the ebook in order to link it to other services. Now I'm going to show you what kind of ways that you can use that. Now, I showed you my website. One of the things you want to do in your ebook is you want to make sure that you include your website link several places in your ebook, so that if they want some more information of other products, like if they decide they want an A-frame cabin after looking at my Thoreau cabin, they can link back and find that. And so you want to make sure that you're including your website in your ebooks in a link. And you can do that and make it so it's not too obtuse. I usually put that sort of stuff at the end of the book as additional information, and instead of including it all throughout the book. It's not quite as messy that way and isn't quite in your face. So you want to include your website in your ebook publishing. Now, after you have got your book published and your website set up, what you'll need to do, and what I recommend, if you're going to sell your own ebooks. Now, like I do here, I'm selling my own ebook off of my own website. If you're going to sell through Lulu, you don't need a PayPal account. But if you're going to be selling your own ebooks, I recommend PayPal because it's the most universally known. Many people already have a PayPal account, and now you don't even need a PayPal account to purchase through PayPal. So I sell a lot of my ebooks directly through PayPal, and they handle the entire transaction. So you will need to go to PayPal, and I'll just log in my account here. you need to go to PayPal and you'll need to set up an account. Now, in order to set up a business account, in order to accept payments, you will need to provide them some banking information, a bank root number, and some other information in order to collect payments. But it's not that big a deal. As long as you have a banking account, you should be able to get one. So you will set up your business account, and I have a PayPal business account that goes through, and they actually provide me a debit card, just like a bank does. I have a debit card, so I can withdraw money for whatever it is that I'm purchasing. And then you'll see just a few book purchases here. These are 4 book purchases I've got here on top today. These were all purchases of my Ultimate Off-Grid package deal. And the package deal sells for $10. Let me show you that back here on my website. These people clicked on this link here for the Ultimate Off-Grid package deal, which includes my 355-page ebook and all my other bunch of other plans, and then they purchased that through PayPal for $10, and PayPal takes approximately 60 cents out of each sale. Now, that's not bad at all. Believe me, if you sold a book through a publisher, you would not come up with this kind of money. They're not going to take just 60 cents and give you the rest of the money. You would get the 60 cents and they would get the $9.41. So that's why I say it pays a lot to publish your own and to sell them yourself from your own website. So I got 4 different sales there to people all, and I've got a bunch more below that, but I've got 4 different sales I'm showing there where I made $9.41 on each one of those purchases. Now this one's a little bit less, which means that he probably came from a different country. That's probably Canada or something like that. If PayPal sells it to a different country, sometimes the rates of exchange are different. So it may not always be the exact same amount, but in general I'm going to make about $9.40 off of every $10 purchase of an ebook. That's a heck of a deal. I'm, at that rate, I'm easily making, a good amount of money off of each ebook. So you want to set up your PayPal account, and that's who I recommend you go through. And it's not hard to do. You just need a banking root number. The next services that you want to set up is you want to set up if your niche, if the subject that you are selling in any way can be connected to other products, even if it is just to connect to your book being sold on Amazon. You should get an Amazon affiliate account, and they're easy to get. All you have to do is go to Amazon, click on their link for Amazon Associates, or you can just type in Amazon Associates affiliate program, and it'll take you right to the page. Follow their directions for setting up your account. You have to give them some information. Again, you have to give them a banking root number, so you need a banking account. You may have to give them your social security number, those sorts of information that they need so that they can start your account and keep track of taxes and anything like that you may owe. So, excuse me, you get an Amazon account. Then you can link to products like I also showed you on my website. That's down here. Then you will get links that you can go and choose whatever products it is that you think your viewers, your readers might be interested in. You can get links directly to those products, and you can include them on your website, and you can learn how to do that on Amazon. You can include them on your website. Then when they click on a link, say somebody has read my off-grid book and decides they want to build an off-grid house, they want to use the same panels I'm using, they can click on this link and they can go get them a Renogy 400-watt kit, which is almost identical to my kit, and I will make a little bit of money off of a sale from that through the affiliate program, because that link will directly link directly back to my account, and then I will get a certain amount. Now, you probably are not going to make a lot off of Amazon. You can see that I made about $136 over the last month. Now, that's not bad. $136. That was enough to buy my daybed and a small air conditioner swamp cooler unit. So a lot of times I'm putting this money right back into Amazon because I buy a lot of the small products and stuff that I need for my own place, my own off-grid cabin. So it offsets my expenses, but that's not bad for a month. And all I did was include the links on my page so that people can use them. I also include those product links in the ebook itself. So at the end pages of my ebook, I will also include products that I think might go along well with this Thoreau cabin, such as solar panels, such as a SureFlow water pump. Any products like that I think would go along with this, I will include as a link on the bottom as additional information in my ebook. And in the ebook, if they click on that link, if you use your associate link, your affiliate link, and they click on that link, it will take them to the page on Amazon, and then they can order the product, and you will make a small amount of money. And it all depends on what the conversion rate is. Some items have a very high conversion rate. Some of them are low. Like these are a 3.04. Some of those items I sell have a 6%. And here's the great thing about Amazon. They don't have to buy just the specific product that they link to. If they click on any of those links and they go to Amazon and they decide to buy anything else from that link, you still get a percentage of the sale from those links. So that is an excellent stream of income, and it's basically passive income. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is put those links on your website and in your ebooks one time, and that's it. And it doesn't matter how old the ebook is. Some of my books are 10 years old, but if they still click on those links and go to Amazon and buy something, I still collect a stream of income from Amazon for doing that. And you can see some of the stuff that they bought has absolutely nothing. Here's an Oregon lawnmower blade balancer. Okay, I don't have a link on my website for that, but somebody clicked on one of my links and then they went and bought that from Amazon, and I got a small amount of money. It isn't a lot, like I said. Sometimes you have to make at least $100 generally in order to get paid, but once you meet the balance of $100, they will automatically send that to your account, or you can get it as gift cards through Amazon, through Amazon. Either way is just fine. And if it goes through your bank account, then they will just send you a check. And, whenever it gets over $100, you're going to get a check. And I've got checks as much as $400 or $500. I've got checks that have only been around $100. So, it's an extra stream of money. You can't say for sure how much you're going to make each month. Sometimes it'll be a lot. Sometimes it won't be very much. Sometimes you may have to wait a couple of months in order to break that balance of $100. But it's a multiple stream of income that you really should get involved with, so that it makes additional income from your ebooks and books. Now, next thing, big one, okay? If you have your niche decided and what it is that you're going to be writing about, then I highly recommend that if at all possible, you also link it to a YouTube channel and make videos associated with the subject matter in your ebooks or books. The reason for that is YouTube has affiliates. You can make money from making videos on the subject matter of your books, and you use your YouTube channel to promote your books and ebooks. So they complement each other. You're going to make money from both sources by referring people from YouTube to your books, and from your books to your YouTube videos. And I've been doing this a long time. I was probably one of the first. Well, I wasn't one of the first on YouTube, but I was one of absolutely the first to do anything on off-gridding. And the result is I've had videos on here now that are almost 8-9 years old that have, like this video here, how to have a home with no house payments and no utility bills. That was the very first video I ever made 9 years ago, and it has 3.4 million views. And it is still one of the most popular videos out there, because this video is now all over the internet on everybody else's websites, and I'll show you how that happened. It's not just on my website. It's on a whole ton of websites out there that picked up on this video a long time ago and have used it along with my story, like on Mother Earth News, to put an article together. And the result is, every time they click that video, they go to YouTube and watch it. I make a small amount of income from Google AdSense advertising revenue. Now, when I first started, Google didn't own YouTube. YouTube was owned independently, and then they sold out to Google. And I can tell you that the income was a lot higher way back then. Not just because of Google, but because there wasn't very many videos. So I had very little competition, and so my videos got watched a whole lot. But I'm still, and I'll show you this, I still get a ton of video views from these older. This video is 9 years old, and I still get a ton of video views, and I'll just show that to you here. So we'll go up here, and I'm still getting approximately, let's see here, I'm still getting 115,000 views a month. 115,000 video views a month. That's really, really good, okay? Now, YouTube has changed some of their policies. You have to get at least 6,000 videos, I believe is what they set it at. You have to get at least 6,000 views a month in order to qualify to get revenue from advertising on YouTube now. It didn't used to be that way. Used to be you could get it even from the smallest amount of video views. But because YouTube is such a large, huge part of internet society now, they've had to limit it to the amount to people that can actually produce videos that will bring in a lot of viewers. Now, I get 115,000 views. That's on average. I'm averaging, like today, I averaged, how many is that? 7,000, almost 6,000, 5,000, excuse me, about 5,000 video views just today. That's just in one day. And I have video views where I've made over 6,000. Now, when I first started, I was getting video views clear up into the 10 and 12,000 a day. Seriously, that's how many I used to get. But just to give you an example, these are some of my videos that are really popular. Best solar panels for off-grid systems. In the last 28 days, that video alone has got 315,000 video views. How to have a home with no house payments. That's the one that's 9 years old. It's still getting 93,000 video views in 28 days. 5 biggest mistakes new off-gridders make. Now, this is a brand new video. I just put this up, but this is a very popular video, and in the last 28 days, it's had over 53,000 video views. Cabin interior, that's also a new one I just put up, 35,000 video views. Small solar panel system, off-grid systems, that's an older video, but still very popular, 29,000, 3 videos. Now, you don't expect this kind of video views when you first get started. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. I set it up, I coordinated it so that I went out and promoted my videos a lot on social networks, which is what I'm going to show you next. And I linked it to my ebooks, and I linked my videos to my website so that I built up a large following. But you still have to do a lot of work when you own a YouTube channel. For one thing, you need to keep it updated. If you fall behind and don't make videos for a while, your subscribers will drop off. And you want to build up your subscribers, and that's what I was going to show you over here. My subscribers at present are... Now, I have over 120 videos on my channel, and I'm making new videos all the time, including this one. Yeah, my subscribers are 102,101 subscribers. And on average, I go up anywhere from 50 to 100 subscribers a month. New subscribers. Old subscribers will drop off sometimes, but I've had very few subscribers unsubscribe from my YouTube channel. Even years and years later, and I know some of you guys have been on my channel for since I started, and still wait for me to make a video, and sometimes I might go a couple of months and not make a video, and then I'll make a video, and then they'll show up and say, hey, we're glad to see another video from you. So 102,000 subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers, okay? My videos altogether, I've got videos that are way over 3 million views, 3.9. That was close to getting 4 million views. How to build a 14 by 14 solar cabin. So I've spent a lot of time building up this. Don't expect this to be the result when you first get started. You are also still going to have to work very hard to get your videos and get your ebooks out there and get them noticed. Now, you actually still have more opportunities than I did when I started, because you got a bunch of new social networks out there that I didn't have. The only real social networks we had back then were groups, and the groups were like you'd have a blog with a homesteading group, and I would join a blog and a homesteading. I'd discuss homesteading, and then every once in a while I'd throw in a link for one of my videos or one of my ebooks or something like that. And that was the way we had to do it. And it was kind of rough because I don't like being that kind of in-your-face salesman. Nowadays, what you can do instead of doing that by joining a group, you can go and get you an account. And I would suggest Pinterest is a really good place to get started. And on Pinterest, you're simply going to have pictures from your websites and your YouTube. You can actually link to YouTube videos and things like that. And I've got actually 6 or 7, 8 pages of Pinterest subjects, such as homestead ideas, off-grid survival and preppers, simple solar homesteading, tiny houses, micro shelters, homeless housing solutions, tiny cabin on wheels. They all are interrelated, using a lot of the same information, but also specific to things that I might want to focus on that are individual concepts within the bigger concept of off-grid living and simple living. And then I link those all to my ebooks and my YouTube channel. And so Pinterest is a very, very large social network now. It isn't one where people socialize with each other, but what they do is they will take pins from your group and they will share them on their Pinterest, and someone else will get that and share it on someone else's. And so you're constantly sharing these pictures and videos around to people that have an interest in that. And so it's a great way to get your information out there to a large group of people that have an interest in that information. The other one, of course, is Facebook. I would caution you on Facebook because they have had some problems recently with data theft and things like that. And you also want to remember that some of these social networks can also open you up to harassment. There are trolls in some social networks that will deliberately try to mess with you, cause you problems on groups like Facebook and stuff like that. I do recommend it, but if you're going to do it, I would set it up as a business account, not your personal account, and that way you can avoid some of the hassles that Facebook has with political trolls and people that want to harass you using and find out your personal information and try to use that to cause you problems. So if you're going to use Facebook, you can get a business account from your website, and that's what I would suggest for people, and use that. And then if you want, you can set up a Facebook group or whatever using your business account instead of a personal account. That's what I would recommend. Still, Facebook is still extremely popular, and it's a good way to get people to notice your books, ebooks, videos, things like that. It's not the best way to advertise ebooks and books and stuff like that. I would still say Pinterest and YouTube are probably better than Facebook for that sort of thing. Now, that's just 3 of the top examples. There's a whole lot of other social networks out there, Reddit and all these others that you can go and look up. Just find out what social networks are popular with the people that you are trying to reach as your customers, and then use those social networks. Put them out there, but again, I would remind you, don't be in your face with your advertising. You want to keep it reasonable. You want to give them information first. Always focus on, I'm going to give you this free information, and if you like what you see and you want more, then here's the link to my website. That's the way I do it, instead of being right in your face. Here, buy my ebook, or buy my book, or go watch my video. If you do that too much, you'll actually drive away your customers. People don't like it when you get right in their face with advertising. So you want to do it in a respectful way is what I guess I'm saying. Okay, folks, that is the summary of how you can self-publish your ebooks and books. And please go watch part 1 if you haven't already watched that, and you'll get a good idea of my history of how I got into self-publishing, and a lot of good information for how to go ahead and set up all your accounts and publish your first ebook. And I really recommend you, if you have a desire to do this and you have some knowledge in a subject, go ahead and write an ebook. Don't expect it to be $1 million seller, because it won't be right off the bat. Your first book may not be very popular even. But once you get some experience and you've done it once, you're going to learn a lot more, and you can use that experience to develop and learn and be better at your skill and understand and have a more thorough knowledge of how to publish books. And once you do that, then you can use all these other facets that I've talked about, YouTube and Facebook and Pinterest, Twitter, whatever. You can build on that until you develop a following, and that's what it really takes these days in order to be a popular writer or publisher in whatever genre that you're going to write in. You have to develop a following. And I am very, very appreciative of the many people that have followed me over the years, whether it was in my videos or through purchasing an ebook or just being involved in the community of which I've become a part of, which is the homesteading and off-gridding and simple living community. Whether it's just hey, we really appreciate what you told us, or you know, that was a great idea that you gave us in group, something like that. To me, it isn't about selling them. You don't want to be just someone that just sells stuff. You want to work with the community. You want to become a part of the community, and you want to be appreciated, and you want your viewers and people that follow you to feel that they can talk to you. And like I said, I've always been very open, and you want to be open to the people that want information, because if you're open to them, your best source, and I want to really emphasize this, your best source for selling ebooks, books, and having people watch your videos are referrals from your own customers. Probably, I would say 70 to 80% of my ebooks and books are actually referred from someone else. I don't actually do a lot. I don't have to do any advertising at all. In fact, I don't do any advertising at all, except to include a little bit of information in a YouTube video and some of my ebooks. I don't really advertise at all. I've never had an advertising budget. I've never paid for advertising, because what I've done is build up a following, and those people who really enjoy my work, appreciate it, they go and do the advertising for me in their social networks. And I ask them, if you really like this book, how about putting a link to my website on your Facebook, or letting your friends and family know that you liked this ebook or book or video, and then they do the advertising for me. And that is how I have really built up a following. So I really want to emphasize that to you. Treat the people that want your information very well. Treat them respectfully. Give them great information. Educate yourself so you can answer their questions, and always be open to answer their questions. If you do that, over time you will develop a following, and those people will take care of you by referring you to other customers. Okay, folks, I really hope you enjoyed this video and the information that I've given you here. And here's my shameless plug. Go to my website, simplesolarhomesteading.com. On there, you will find all kinds of information if you're interested in off-grid living, on how to design and build your own off-grid cabins, tiny houses, houses on wheels, campers on wheels, teardrop campers, and just a lot of fun information and great pictures and a great community for off-grid living, simple living, sustainable lifestyle. Okay, folks, thank you very much and have a great day.